sure you've seen or heard about James's tweet from Wednesday. What was your reaction when it was brought to your attention?
No, it's one of those things that in today's NBA, you're not surprised by anything. But again, it's not a big deal. A guy tweeted something he probably shouldn't have tweeted. We talked to James. It's handled internally, and everybody understands their role, what their job is, and we move on. And so it's been handled, dealt with. James had an excellent practice today. We had a spirited practice today, which is good.
Had he mentioned anything to you about being frustrated before, or was this the first that you heard?
James has done an excellent job as far as his small role. And again, his role is what it is right now. We've got DC's doing an excellent job at the 3. Pat and Luis are doing an excellent job at the 4. That's been explained to James numerous times, and he's a valuable piece of what we do. He's an excellent utility guy, can play multiple positions, but right now he's behind those multiple positions. He understands that, so it's not a big deal. We're moving on. There's a lot more to talk about than a tweet that happened yesterday.
People are talking about Washington plays at the pace this year. It's sort of strange for them. They're a lot quicker than they were. It's kind of natural problems.
Well, they're different than they were last year. Last year they were more methodical, get the ball inside, slower pace, pick their spots to play fast. Now they're playing as fast as any team in the league. I don't know, I have to check with analytical guys where they rank as far as pace is concerned, but they're pushing that ball as hard and as fast as anybody. And John Wall is a good philosophy with him on your team. So our transition defense has to be great. We have to get back, get organized, get matched up quickly, or they're going to be shooting layups or three-pointers on us. And that's where our problem was the other night against Cleveland, was in our transition defense. Our problem started containing the ball, getting back, getting organized, and matching up quickly. They only gave us 5 transition points the other night, but it was far more than that. They don't count the draw and kick threes after they get it across. So that's what hurt us. We got to do a better job of getting back on the raise, not stabbing for loose balls in the backcourt. Because once we get in the half court, our defense was pretty solid.
Is there any juice to this being the first matchup since last year's playoffs?
Not really. The juice is it's the next opponent. I mean, Washington's a very good opponent. The next opponent, in the back of the guys' minds that were here last year, it should be there, but we can't overdo that because there's just so many games in the season. I'm sure human nature will take place, Doug, but we got to approach this in a business-like approach, a focused approach to take care of what they're presenting to us as far as their speed and quickness and how fast they're playing, more so than what happened last year. They're a different team from last year. We're a different team from last year, so we got to approach it that way.
You're 2 games into the post-Jonas injury. When he went down, you talked about all the various combinations that you could go with. Has Bismack, with his play, sort of made that less of a combination and more, like, has he earned more minutes because of it?
No, Bismack has earned minutes just on his hard play alone. But there's so many situations why we had him in the game. One is James to protect the rim because he's coming there 100 miles an hour, so we felt like we needed a bigger body, a stronger physical presence at the rim, which he gave us. More so than Luis. There's going to be games when Luis is probably more valuable to us at the 5. So it's going to be an ongoing, a fluid situation. There's going to be minutes, maybe possibly for Lucas, his length and size. Lucas had an excellent practice today. So it's going to be a situation where it's going to be an interchangeable piece, a part of what we're trying to do. Until Jonas comes back.
When Bismack is out there, it seems like he's always talking, directing traffic. How much does his presence on the floor help the other guys around him?
It's huge, Josh. His communication, his spirit on the defensive end is just infectious. I mean, guys get into it. They understand what they're doing because he's directing guys and directing traffic from back there as an anchor, as a radar back there. So. And he does it with that deep baritone, very white voice. Yeah. So he does a great job with that, and so he's got to continue to do that. Now other guys are beginning to talk, communicate, and even if you say something wrong, as long as you're talking, that's really important. Now we got to get our wings and guards doing the same thing.